Good afternoon and happy Friday, everybody. So, it's been a while. Back. Got some huge updates on some training and want to talk about data. Data. So, that said, let's dive right in. This is Mastiff Ridge trying to get Ultra Body ready to do a few 100 milers next year. Not wanting to reveal one of those quite yet, but I will say it is mid May. It is hot, humid, and it is a road 100 mile. So I'm going to drop a few hints as time goes on, but let's dive right into this. The other one, big one, I was supposed to do the Leadville Trail Heavy Half. That took place. I chose very intentionally not to take a camera with me and just enjoy it and see how I did. Spoiler alert, not great. It was not great, but got some beautiful scenic photos. You can see in my background one of those. So it was a fun race. Yeah, it was just fun. I got to see some family, got to see some eye-opening stats about how in and out of shape I was, and again, it was eye-opening. So from that race, I decided a lot of different things. And one of said things was that it was time to hire a coach finally. So that's now a thing that has happened. I actually hired a coach. So we're going to see how that all looks. But yeah, let's kind of start here. Like I said, at the start of this video, I want to talk about data. I'm an IT person. I've covered that. I'm an IT analyst. My world revolves around data. I mean, I'm in dashboards. I'm doing queries. I'm building Excel. I'm building SQL. I'm working on learning Power BI and those dashboards and those tools. So data is my bread and butter. And I love data. And that's why I love these little things right here. I'm a Garmin user, not sponsored. Nothing in any of my videos at the moment is sponsored, but I'm a Garmin user. I love the Garmin infrastructure and how easy they make things. So, and that said, Garmin Connect is just an awesome platform and has so much data. So I wear a older Garmin Fenix, a 6X Pro Solar, and I also love their heart rate monitor. I actually have two of them, one more for the gym, other one more for the outdoor running, and just in case one gets nasty and just stinky, you got that spare if you need to wash it and it's drying, whatever. So that's kind of the running tech I use. I'll do some more in depth on that. But I want to look at the Leadville Heavy Half really quick and the data from that, which motivated me finding a coach. So let's switch over to that screen here. Sorry, my green screen's not working great there. We'll just zoom the camera in a little bit. Gotta love technology. So the Heavy Half, it was 1632. According to Garmin, every GPS watch is going to be a little different. It knew it was going to be more than a regular 13.2. I'll take it. Felt good. This, blech. My official goal was to finish in four and a half hours. That's fine, I guess. An extra hour and a half, elevation, etc. I guess. Decent pace. One of my fastest paces. Ascent, okay, not bad. The worst part, if you've not seen anybody's Leadville data yet, is this line right here. This line was a hill straight up on very technical, slippy rocks. And for this year, 2023, it was muddy. It was actually snowing, raining. So it slowed everyone down. I'll scroll down and show my paces on it. I mean, you can see here my pace just tanked and tanked and had lots of stops and dips and tanked. So it was just a slow race at that point. It was just slow. And again, not to toot my own horn or anything like that, but I mean, should have been able to not have this because it was go a 20 count, stop for a 20 count, go 20 count, stop for a 20 count, go, stop. Just because it was so treacherous and showed I need to build some trail confidence. Treadmill doesn't help with that. Again, hired a coach. Number one thing that was told to me is don't use your treadmill as much. I'll show why at some point. But it was embarrassing. And if I'm trying to take on Leadville 100 next year, that one is the official goal I will discuss. Leadville Trail 100 2024. Yes, will be a thing, no matter what it takes to do it. But that was horrible. I mean, that was absolutely horrible. When we go down here and we actually look at the laps, you can see everything looked pretty good. I mean, the lap times were good. I mean, I'm proud of this, and this is all going uphill. But then you reach the hill. The hill was split halfway through. And then the other problem was you get up the hill, you have to come down the hill. It was still muddy, slippery, and not great. Again, hindsight, wish I had video. Find it on YouTube. Tons of people did it with video. I didn't want to carry the GoPro and all of that for first race, etc. We'll be doing some trainings and stuff where I will have the GoPro and showing, but you can find those videos on other channels. It was just eye-opening how bad my trail skills were. So that will be coming and that will be improving. So again, that's the Leadville Heavy. We'll see. Definitely want to get back up there. But I also wanted to talk about data. And before I dive into that, I just want to say make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Lots more content going to be coming. I'm really trying to be more consistent in it. Switch jobs, going to be showing some balancing work-life. Just going to be doing a lot more content. So please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And share these videos with any of your running friends. Again, I'm nobody special. I'm just an IT person who runs and has fun with my running. So nothing super special there. But that being said, let's talk data. I mean, data gets so overrated and so many people get lost in data. I do too. But you have to make it actionable. So like I said, I'm Garmin Universe. I have the Garmin scale. I have the Garmin watch. I have Garmin heart rate monitors. I do not have Garmin stock. Might want to look into that because I support Garmin a lot. So might want to look into that one. But I also have the Garmin blood pressure system. I have the Garmin temperature system. Just got that. First run with that was today. Because really, like I said, that race in May of next year, temperature is a factor, so need to acclimate. So that's why I got that. Like I said, dropping hints, find 100 in May, and you'll probably figure out which one it is. Fun one, so we'll see. So yeah, but Garmin, I just love data. And they make it so easy. So it's nice and simple. And again, my Garmin is totally public. I have my profile set to public. I know some people, security minded, are getting cringe saying, oh, that's personal health data, whatever. I don't care. I mean, whatever. You can know my blood pressure today was high. Whatever. It always is, always has been. Not anything to be concerned about. I monitor it. Whatever. I don't care. My data is public for all of this. Nothing top secret here, whatever. But I just love how easy Garmin makes it. I mean, I can quickly go in, see an activity, today's run, for example. Again, all public, not showing anything that you can't access yourself on my profile, whatever. I'll even put the link down below. If you want to connect on Garmin, that's fine. I do not use Strava. Too many systems feed and connect and intermingle, and your data goes here but not here but then here, and you can get the same graph here but it's in orange instead of here where it's in blue. I just, too many apps. I'm an application analyst, so the less apps the better. My job is to consolidate companies to less apps. I use one app, two. My coach has me on Training Peaks, but whatever. I use two apps, Garmin Connect and Training Peaks. I review my data on Garmin. I see my coaching plan on Training Peaks. I do not use Training Peaks graphs at the moment or anything like that. I use Garmin. It's a data platform. It works well. But you can see today's run. I love how Garmin does the coloring. It's simple. They just make it simple. But today sucked. Kept having to stop. Was dehydrated. Just not a great run this morning. Beautiful run, but not a great run. Garmin, again, looking at the data here. My HRM Pro helps me get all of the running data. I don't use all of it yet, but yet is the key. So the thing I'm finding is as I'm running more and more, having the data helps me figure out things. Like run cadences. I'm starting to look at that for uphills and downhills to see if I'm improving, getting more consistent. Ground contact time, another one. Run, walk, idle. This is a graph I use a lot, and I find it super, super useful. So I can look and say, okay, I walked a lot during this one, but on other ones I can look and say, okay, I didn't walk as much as I thought. And to me, I feel improvement with that. So just an awesome tool. And then the other one that I love is this ground contact time. I can look at that and I can actually tell you without looking at that what problems my body is going to experience. And looking at that right there, I land very heavily on my left ankle when I'm running. So if I see this super high on one side, I will do extra effort to stretch that ankle because I know it's going to hurt more. Or even the left side of my back will hurt more. So again, it's little data like that that to me I can correlate to my body. Temperature data. Like I said, this was my first run using the Garmin temperature sensor. It's nice to have. My watch has it built in. If you go look at my data, you'll see, okay, lots of temperature stuff, but without that sensor, it gets contaminated with your body heat temperature. If I go back here and look at another trail run, you'll see that my temperatures, maximum temperature of 86 degrees. Garmin also, I love this, kind of looks at the weather for that day. It was 72 that day. It was early morning. Sun was just coming out. There is no way that it was 86 degrees outside. So your temperature gets messed up by your wristwatch, by the body heat. So just be kind of aware of that. Average temp on this one might be semi-accurate. I'm not 100% sure. But just be kind of aware of that if you're looking at that. That extra little $40 sensor makes sense if you're needing to know about temperature variation. But again, data. And figure out how to apply the data. There's a lot in here I don't use. In this performance condition, it's handy to see. Today you can see it improved. I felt like shit today. I look at this run 2 days earlier, -9 was the best. Today's, I think it was -4 or -5. So there is definitely some improvement there. Yeah, -3 was the best, -5, -9 was the worst. That was the best the other day. So things like this can help you say, okay, I am improving, even when you feel like shit. So that is why I love data. Data helps you not be you. It's empirical, it's provable. You can look and say, okay, hey, my paces are improving. Even if I don't feel like it, my paces are improving. So I go in here, I look at my average pace for the last year. Okay. May, not great. June, okay. I'm improving month over month pretty steadily. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. There was some shitty racing in May, shitty racing in June. Wasn't running a lot then. Running a lot more now. It helps. You can look and say, okay, what's my total distance? Okay, I'm improving. This helps. Data is good, but you need to know what to do with it and use it for your benefit and find what works for you. I mean, I never use the breath work or some of these other dashboards, but data is data. And if you know what you need with your data, you can know and say, perfect, I know that I am ready for this just by using the data available to me. So that said, thank you everybody. Mastiff Ridge, again, follow along for more. Today was a little rambly, chatty, we'll see, but I definitely want to get more content posted. I'm actually planning, again, being techie, I'm going to be putting out a video here. Everybody in the running channels talks about their shoes, their clothing, all of this. I'm going to talk about my technology a little bit more, including a video that I hope to maybe get done this weekend if I have time about what vehicle is the best for running. I mean, you would never think to have your vehicle be part of your running. I'm also going to be doing a video about some recovery stuff, how to apply it, etc. So keep an eye out, like, subscribe, and follow me on my journey to 2 100-mile races next year, where my longest right now is 33.22 miles. So going from that being a 24-hour race, finished in 24 hours, 3 minutes, and 50 seconds for 33.22 miles. I'm looking at the jersey up on my wall. Camera won't show it, sadly. But I'm looking at that on my wall to get those numbers. That's why I keep turning my head. But going from that to 2 100-mile races. Arguably one of the hardest in the world. So follow along and join me on the journey. Have a great day and great weekend, everybody.